Hello class, my name is Mr. Lou, and I am here to give you an orientation to the Sensei Lou website, as well as give you an introduction to my classes that I'll be teaching this semester. As you can see on my website, there are helpful links, such as the one you see above. This goes to several menu items, such as the late slip hall pass form. This is one example. Other things that you can find up there include links to Canvas. So all the colored menus are links directly to the course in Canvas. Next, we'll show you the link that is actually on the Sensei Lou website that will open up a hall pass. So if the moment or situation requires that you need to use the restroom, I would ask that you just click on that hall pass, fill out that form. There's no need to ask me if you need to use the restroom. I would ask you to respect this policy and not abuse it, because as they say, if you abuse it, you will lose it. Next, I'll show you this. It's called Sensei Slides. This actually is a Sensei slide that we're looking at now on the full screen. But on the website, if you click on that link there, you will notice that it can open up the slide deck and show you not only what we discussed today in class, but also what we have covered in the past week, as well as what we are looking forward to covering in the next class. Here you're going to see quite a few apps, websites, tools that you can use, and they're all conveniently located here. Everything from Duolingo to learn another language, to the Aspire SIS website, Springville, Nebo, UVU, and so forth. Several links. The second level menus at the top of the Sensei Lou website are links directly to the state strands and standards. This is the instrument that I use to build my class curriculum. So when you look at the syllabi or the syllabus for your specific class, you'll notice that it just more or less mirrors whatever we find on the state strands and standards. This is a shortcut here. The I can statement is a shortcut to what I refer to as a daily affirmation. So each day I am going to ask you, this is sort of like your typical Bell assignment. I'm going to ask you to write a response or a short essay to a question that I pose for the day. That question actually is posted in your Canvas assignment. Here is information about the schedules for each class period. If you forget, you can always look at this website, and in case I forget, I will often go to my trusted assistant, Alexa. What time does first period end?
Mr. Lou, A1 or B1 ends at 9:19, unless it is Monday. 9:08.
Well, thank you. Okay, so you can see there are a couple ways that I can remember what time the class ends, but I want you to become acquainted with this website, senseilou.com, for a lot of information. You can see right next to it is an actual analog clock that is on a digital website. So, okay. Now, other things that you should be familiar with are, for example, you'll see that we've got more information about class policies. I do want you to display your hall pass on your screen should you use it. I want you to avoid rushing into class and then leaving immediately to go to the restroom. I want you to get better at planning your schedule and planning your time so that you don't have to do that. Now, I recognize that occasionally that's going to happen. And I would just ask you to respect the policy and not take advantage of that. You'll see that for some of the classes, at least, that I'll ask you to build a blog. And I'm going to ask you to build that in Wix.com. Following the this naming convention where we have first name dot last name / blog. In fact, it might even make more sense that we just use your student login ID. So that would be your first name dot the first initial of your last name and then whatever arbitrary number that you have been assigned / blog. You'll notice that drinks and food are only permitted in designated break areas. So you'll learn about where those are at in this classroom. I do not, and I need to emphasize, do not want you to eat or drink at your computer workstations for a variety of reasons. But that's just the general rule. We don't want you to have food or drink near these computers. Now, the only exception that I would offer to you is if you absolutely need to carry with you your own bottle of water, then you may be able to drink that at your workstation, but no other food or drink at those workstations. Please use the designated break areas. Now, lastly, but certainly equally important, is for you to understand that this classroom is designed for your learning. So it's not the place where you come and play computer games or videos or watch your favorite YouTube video. If that's the case, I will shut your computer down. Now, on rare occasions when you are completely finished with your work and I offer that time for you to complete other class assignments, on occasion it may be appropriate for you to use these computers for pleasure, always enhancing your education experience. Now, in all my classes, CTE, career and technical education classes, my job is to help you prepare and be ready for college or careers. In this class, we will teach you how to solve problems, create value, apply learning, and negotiate life. I think you'll quickly discover that nobody ever reads a resume, they simply scan it. So computers may scan your resume, or recruiters may scan your resume, and they spend an average of 6 seconds just scanning that resume for relevant information. So, kind of a theme for this class is, don't you think it would be a good idea for you to focus on those things that matter most? Now, just another brief introduction to some of the other websites. So this again is a Sensei slide. I may use Peer Deck, which is a tool that I can embed in my Google Slides or my PowerPoints to make this presentation just a little bit more interactive. So, for example, what is the purpose of a daily affirmation or an I can statement? When can I use a hall pass and when should I submit a late slip? We may watch videos in this classroom. This is an excellent video here from Khan Academy with Sal Khan and Elon Musk talking about some of the things that he's doing at Tesla and SpaceX. Now, this particular slide here is an introduction to a simulation. And this gives you sort of the case study, what you need to consider, and what your assignment is. Now, you'll find that I am going to ask you to do a lot of team collaboration, and we're going to try out a tool called Slack. And so the website that we use is senseilou.slack.com. And that should get you to the hub where we will do our collaboration. This is an example of the slide that you might see for the daily lesson or discussion. And here we'll kind of give you an idea of what we're going to cover for the day, what we did cover last time we met, and what we will cover next. This is another example for business communications. And then I should point out to you that also at the very top, for example, there may be some special notes there. So economics, as an example, is a 0.5 credit hour social studies elective, and this class does fulfill a graduation requirement. And in this particular example here, the notice is about if you want to sign up for business management as a concurrent enrollment class with UVU, earning college credit, this is what you need to do. You need to go to their website and make sure that you're properly admitted and registered in this class by the appropriate deadlines. We take a pre-test for all these classes. So in this case, this is an economics challenge. It is a national challenge. And that is just one way for us to take an assessment about where you currently stand as far as your knowledge on this particular topic. Occasionally we'll have slides up here which are simply reference slides. This is a good reference to learn how to build financial documents and do different ratios from break even, contribution margins. All of that is on this particular slide. And then finally, I have a slide that is about test-taking strategies and what you could consider to find more success in taking exams. So that's just my quick overview. Again, my name is Mr. Lou. I'm happy if you call me Sensei Lou. As you know, some of you may know, Sensei is the word for master or teacher in Japanese. It would be the same thing as maestro. This is Mr. Lou saying welcome to another great school year. I hope you enjoy yourself. Please feel free to come and visit with me. I am generally in my classroom every day after school for the hour following school. On Mondays, I do have collaboration, so there may be some days on Mondays which I'm not available. But otherwise, I want you to feel like you can come to me for help. And I'm glad to help you in being successful as a student and a citizen here at Springville High School.